Ichabod Crane by Disney.
Now that's
That's
scary.
I mean, it's a movie. It's a short movie. It's like an hour long or 40 minutes or something.
Is it an hour?
Is
it's
it?
Like 20 minutes.
It's like a 48. No, it's 45 minutes.
It's longer than 30 minutes.
It's short.
It is short though. But
anyway,
it's Disney. It's not very well known. It was paired up with Mr. Toad. If you know the Mr. Toad.
Paired with Mr. Toad, it's like an hour.
Right. So people who are looking at Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in Disneyland are wondering, like, what the heck is this? I mean, they made a Mr. Toad cartoon, and then they paired up with Ichabod Crane, which is the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Disney's version. Yeah. And I would argue, I was telling Allie, I said, the only part in this cartoon that's horror is the end when the Headless Horseman is chasing Ichabod Crane through the woods. But again, it is one of the best animated moments.
It's so
again,
good.
It's so stressful.
Yeah,
it's so it's funny too. I mean, it's a cartoon. Like you got Disney and
this was from the 40s as well.
He's getting
49.
chased by the Headless Horseman. Ichabod's nose is so big and it's caught on a branch and he flips around. He flips around the branch, lands on the Headless Horseman's horse and doesn't realize it because he's so scared. Turns around, sees his own horse, and both him and the horse go, oh, they get scared.
Scooby-Doo right there.
It's like kind of weird, like how there's like really funny stuff. You're laughing at it, but then it's like, I mean, the laughing. It's so loud, like from the horseman.
Hang on, I'm looking him up right now.
Yeah.
Oh, she wanted to know who did the laughing.
The voice of...
And I was like, I don't know. It's probably the guy who did like their Swiss Family Robinsons or something.
That's why I said, oh, Tex Avery. Pull it out of my butt.
Maybe it's the guy who did the voice in Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I don't know.
It could have been.
They're all linked together somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say worth the mention because Disney did something pretty amazing. That's another childhood one, so I might just be biased from nostalgia. You never know. But really,
well, I think
when you watch those short 2 minutes, it's 2 minutes at the end.
In terms of animation, that whole sequence of him chasing Ichabod, it's legendary. Like there's so many things that spawned out of that, and so many kids grew up watching that.
The Headless Horseman is very realistic looking.
You're talking John Carpenter, Scorsese, all those folks that made stuff in the 70s. That's stuff they've watched when they were kids. And they're like,
right.
This is so freaking creepy.
So the guy who was the laugh of the Headless Horseman, because the whole short is narrated by Bing Crosby.
That's right.
The voices, everything, except for I think some of the female voices. The specific laugh,
he does all of them.
The specific laugh of the Headless Horseman was done by a man named Billy Bletcher. He was uncredited. He was uncredited. He was a character actor who was known for his voice, but he was uncredited in most of it.
Really?
So he was in Calamity Jane, apparently. It says uncredited. He was in, let's see, Sleeping Beauty as the Goons, but he was uncredited. So
he was like the laughing sound of the Goons, right?
Okay,
yeah, so he was hired for his voice.
They're one of the Goons in Sleeping Beauty who goes, every cradle. Like, he's one of the voices in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, and then he was in Hello Dolly, but uncredited. Or something. So
when they say uncredited,
oh, he's that guy that does that voice like in Finian's Rainbow, like I don't know.
Oh no, I don't think that's him.
Different guy, but that guy was also in the Haunted Mansion.
It's a different guy.
Yeah, he was also in the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
He was the Crusher in Looney Tunes. He was a wrestler. The voice of the wrestler in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
That's
I'm not familiar with that.
So like character acting and voice, it's so different now. Like they can be their own celebrities now. It's so crazy. With
that
the
seems to be like the only thing he's credited for.
Yeah.
Is the Headless Horseman laugh and this Looney Tune short.
Interesting.
It's
at least according to IMDb.
That laugh is so amazing. It's so clear. It's so loud. I think the volume of that laugh is what's terrifying.
Very good.
Because you're like, I can't get what you want to get away.
Using that old technology in the recording booth too, like
to make it echoey.
It blows up.
Oh man, it's so
His
cool.
voice is too much.
So good.